Who said that?
We live.
What up, y'all? We live out there. What up, y'all? Hi.
Travis, don't worry about sharing at the beginning. Let's just go in the show. We'll share it afterwards.
Yeah.
To all them pages.
All right. Well, I got to find it on here. And I got to find it on here. Don't tell me what to do. How to live my life.
Well, he said not to tell him what to do and how to live his life, guys. That's what I heard.
That's
It's kind of interesting when you think about it.
Absolutely, Travis.
Happy
Have you
Thursday,
heard about?
Thursday.
Have you heard the word of Jehovah?
mm-mm.
They have really good Java because I was there this morning at Jehovah Java drinking some fat burning coffee. Then I balanced it out with a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant. It was glorious.
Well,
Life
that
is
sounds
about
like it was
balance.
You
That's
got to
what
be
they told
balanced.
me.
The yin and the yang.
Yeah, it was delicious.
I thought you had to be regular.
Regularity is a plus as well.
Yeah, if you can stay regular and balanced.
Balanced and regularity together, that's like you're winning everything. Like you're a winner of life.
Yeah.
Play All right,
it.
everybody. I've done my liking, my sharing.
Bunch of folk on here tonight, boys.
Hey,
I was
everybody.
saying hello. Hello, LeBron. Hello, Chad. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Logan.
LeBron.
Hello, Laura Robinson Freeze.
Hello.
Probably the best statistician I've ever seen.
Wow. Hello, Travis.
Hello. Oh. And
Hello.
I
can
wasn't.
hear
I
me
didn't
in
say
your
the
headphones,
Travis. Hello,
John.
Jimmy, top fan. Did I say the Travis? No.
No, you did not.
Hello, Chris. Hello, Josh. Oh, Schuster.
Dalton McCain.
Chris Farmer.
Justin Champion. Yeah. Have y'all seen that one meme about the Jehovah's Witness coming to this dude's door and he's been quarantined? So he's sitting there and he got no shirt on. He's got his
Panties.
he's got his kick around shorts on.
Kick around
And,
shorts.
James Holt, Kevin Smith. He's at the door and he's got his arms like this, he's scratching. He's like, "So where's y'all's bike?"
What up, Coy?
And it's like, where's y'all's bikes at? His hair's all jacked up. He's been laying down. I was like, I know that guy.
Where's y'all's bike?
Where's y'all's bikes at? Oh, good stuff.
That's hilarious.
Oh, congratulations, Laura, on your promotion.
I see the promotion in there.
Proud of you.
Look at
Head
there.
coach.
You'll do well.
What's up, Coy? Autumn Gillum, Brandy Bagley O'Kelly.
Aw. Hello, Joey. Oh, goodbye.
You say hello.
Hello,
And I
goodbye.
say goodbye. It's you say goodbye.
I say hello.
I say hello.
I got it backwards.
Hello, hello. What's up? I like when you go, what's up?
Mikey Show. Mr. Parham is in the house. How are you, buddy? Bug.
How are you now?
How are you now?
I miss what?
Let's bring
What a great bunch of commercials those were.
Yes.
I miss the
Absolutely.
frogs as well.
And the yeah,
Yeah, likewise.
Rise.
I didn't know. What's up, Dameron? How are you, buddy? First time I heard that Donnie Wooten and Josh Moore were doing it, I was asleep in English class. And they kept waking me up. I'm like, are they making fun of me? Because I didn't know about the commercial.
Oh,
And they just kept doing it, I was like, I'm fixing to jump up and just start. They're going to catch his hands right here.
They're like, not
Will
Travis.
Smith.
Yeah.
That's why I died. Not Travis.
Yeah.
Him's tired.
Was he tired?
I took a bunch
Him
of NyQuil
was.
before I went to school.
Oh,
Well,
that's a
that put you-
grand
It
idea.
was wonderful.
You're supposed to take that at night.
Well, I
It
took
says may cause the drowsiness.
Mm-hmm. I went to sleep.
Did I tell y'all about the CBD melatonin gummies?
No.
Are they great?
They will put you out.
Yeah, HOT.
HOT out, son. I took a little bit the other night, and I had a dream, and I got abducted by Asians. I'm pretty sure they were trying to harvest some organs. I'm not sure I woke
Yeah.
up before that all went down.
Oh,
Thank
thank
God.
you, Laura.
But I'll tell the full story after we're not on
It's like
Facebook
human
Live.
centipede? Like, what's going on here?
Man,
Peanut.
I'm pretty sure they were trying to get my kidneys. I'm not 100% sure, but it was messed up, man. It was so real.
Mouse.
Lady A,
And I peed my pants again.
congratulations.
I'll tell you that story,
yeah.
too.
What's up, Mouse?
Yes.
How you, buddy?
Thank you.
How are you now?
All right, y'all ready?
Not so bad. And you
Waiting on you.
Lee Blair.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the
Next episode.
Everyday Joe Show. My host, the Travis Reed. You might have heard of me before.
Yep.
Yep. We have.
Unanimously.
Wait.
yeah,
unanimously.
all together now. Yes.
Yes. All right, guys. Here we are, episode 147. Here, Studio 11 on this lovely day. It's a lovely day outside
It
today.
has been a good day.
Lovely. What's that song?
Pretty.
It's a little,
Lovely day.
Thank you, Bull. Thank you.
It's a
Lovely day.
Lovely day.
It's a little cheery.
That was beautiful.
outside. But tonight, guys, we're going to talk about culture shock. What the kind of what the definition is, and then what the culture shock's done to the world, to us, as we pertain our social lives.
Yeah.
As went to the turlet.
The pooper.
That's how the turlet.
Yes, Chad Hatfield, I agree with you. I think it sounds like Eli's been probed, you guys.
Mikey Sherrill said you've been probed, man. All right, Tooth.
Hey, what's up?
How are you now?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. And about yourself, how are you now?
I am fabulous.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know you
Jesus,
were going to
every
do
time.
that.
Every time, boy. You know what
Every
happens?
I
time.
feel like
All right.
you're not.
Episode 147.
I'm not fabulous. I'm
Hey, Suzanne.
fabulous. Scene.
I love it when you do it. It reminds me of The Rock in Be Cool.
Be cool. Yep.
I
Yep.
don't think I've ever seen Be Cool.
That's a good
John
one.
Travolta, Uma Thurman.
Add that to
Steven
your
Tyler, The
lunchtime
Rock,
theater.
Danny DeVito in it?
Vince Vaughn. Danny DeVito has a guest spot, but he's in Get Shorty.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Look, we're good, huh?
It's the sequel to Get Shorty. You should see it. I have it on Blu-ray.
I
I
shall.
like the
I don't have a
upside down
Blu-ray
smiley
player.
face. That's cute.
Tooth, what are you drinking?
Man, it's 23 flavors of awesome inside this cup.
What kind of cup is that?
Well, this is a Cubs cup. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Kim Martin, glory be to Kim, she's a big fan of the Cubs.
She likes the Cubs.
She likes the Cubs.
You de facto like the Cubs.
Well, because I love her, I like the Cubs.
Right. Good idea. Good to see you, man.
Man, it's good to see you too.
Yeah.
I like being 6 feet from you.
It's great.
Yeah.
Eli Kidder.
That's cold. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it taste like, Eli?
Nectar of the gods.
That's what I wanted to hear.
The gods. So you're drinking Miller Lite, apparently.
Obviously.
I'll go ahead and answer that question for you. You said Nectar of the Gods.
As Eli likes to call it, Golden Top.
the
Golden
golden
top.
top.
Confuse the crap out. I'll tell you that later. Confuse the crap
Because-
out of somebody saying that.
The golden top.
I know they were just, huh? I don't know what happened.
Do what?
It doesn't say so on the can.
It
so
doesn't, no. Thanks for being here, buddy.
It's my pleasure.
Boo!
What up, yo?
How are you, sir?
Man, I am well. How are you, yo?
You know.
I heard it. You already done it. We can move on now.
What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm having a bull size fine
Okay.
pilsner.
Wow.
Yep. Off the diet, completely off the diet.
Yeah, well, so all of us are, so might as well.
Yeah, my quarantine 15 is going strong.
Me too. I'm 2 away.
Shit, mine's quarantine 20.
20.
Quarantine 20 and 20, yo.
Yeah, but I'm good, yo. I'm good.
Good. Thanks for being here, sir. Lady A.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm dandy.
You are dandy.
Actually, hang on. Get ready, Bull.
How are you?
I'm dandy.
That was the
Good.
worst thing I've ever seen you do.
Yes, I would agree.
Like, I was missing you. And
I
I was
needed
so
to-
glad to see you. And I'm like,
That was
damn,
Bull's idea,
is
wasn't it?
Andrea here?
I used to get out on the fly.
It was. I didn't use my 900 voice. I should have.
I'm proud of you. I mean, you went out on a
You're
limb.
snacky too.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
So, I'm drinking Gypsy Circus Queen of Swords.
Of the S words?
S-words.
I'll
Yes.
take us was for $100.
Your
Yep,
mother's
yep. Yeah, S-word.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I bet that was a culture shock, Mark. Moving countries, I'm sure, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
all the way from Australia.
Here, Terry Davis Alford, she's drinking Stella Rose black wine.
Awesome.
Good.
That sounds delicious.
Well, thanks for being here, Lady A.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And tonight, query.
What are you having, Travis?
Oh, I switched it up tonight.
Oh, wait. I need
Kings of
to-
Leon, Neon Leon.
So we've got the Queen and the King.
That's right.
Oh, I
Were
get
you
it.
nominated, or did you guys?
Self-appointed.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Self-appointed.
We just
we're
bought the
drinking
beer,
the
really.
beer.
Is this like a dictatorship?
Yeah, and the game is called I Win.
That's an interesting
But
game.
this is a.
I love playing it.
It's a light American lager.
How does it taste? I mean, is it good though? Like
This
for
one?
real?
I bet it's not even union made.
I bet it's not either, Eli.
Does it taste like sex is on
It's
fire?
Happen Harry's.
Man. Sounds like I'm a little bit closer to the next one.
Hi, he said, closer.
For all you non-Kings of Leon fan, that's the name of one of their songs.
You didn't know that.
He Googled it.
I did.
It's worth a Google.
So, like I said, guys, we're going to talk about culture shock. But first, Trumpy Trump checks are here. Seems like everybody in town's got it.
How do you know that, Travis?
I need to interrupt and wish Catfish Terry happy birthday. Happy birthday, Catfish. Kisses.
I knew that because everybody was in my store spinning it today.
Does that have something to do with your rant?
Probably.
I have a friend that works at a bank, and I said, "Man," I talked to him yesterday. I said, "I bet you were busy with all those Trump checks coming in." And he says, "Oh no," he said, "the worst ones were, where's my money? My cousin got
Oh, I
his. Where's
bet.
mine?
Yeah.
Where's my money?" He's like, "Buddy, I don't know. You're gonna have to." you're gonna have to call the IRS, buddy.
I
It
didn't
has
even
nothing to do with me.
Think about that happening.
You know,
Oh gosh,
He
yeah.
was overran with them.
when you
I
said
bet.
when you said that, I'm not going to name names, but Eli and Travis, you'll figure it out. When you said that, I thought of one person. He's a real short person, and he likes to collect stuff if it's free. That's all
Oh.
I'll say.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, you gonna eat that sandwich?
Where's my money, huh?
Yeah.
Are y'all having those free hot dogs?
Y'all having dinner here today? So yeah, the Trump checks are here for a lot of folk.
Holla at your boy in November.
That was a great. That wasn't his tweet, but I put a stack in your bank account. I'll let your boy around November.
I did LOL a little bit on that.
I bet all the plugs and drug dealers are probably really happy right now because all their customers I talked to today. I'm not sure if it was Suboxone
Oh my gosh.
or if it was Oxys or a combination of both. Coherent sentences were not part of the plan today.
Oh,
because they didn't
man.
happen at all. I had to dumb it down and struggle to hear these people.
You said a blink?
Yeah. What?
I do what?
That flashy thing.
Man, when I turn that thing on the thing by the wheel, it click, 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 click. What's that about, man?
What's
Yeah,
the clicking sound?
All
Did you
that.
call my store today?
Man, what's that clicking sound, man?
Man, I swear. So yeah, congrats to all you plugs and drug dealers. Y'all making them stacks today. That's for sure.
The Everyday Joe Show does not endorse drug deals or the selling of drugs or the using of non-legal drugs.
Amen.
That was a great disclaimer.
No
Wonderful,
joke.
man.
Whoa.
Golly.
Your voice is freaking awesome for stuff like that.
Big Germ said get you some cedar chairs from Jeremy Cedar Chairs. Trump check.
I'd like to get some of his chairs.
Oh, they're comfortable.
They are awesome.
Yeah,
I like
they're
'em.
awesome.
I hear they're expensive.
They're not
But
so
not
bad.
really expensive. They're worth every penny, is what I mean to say. They're worth every penny. They're probably worth more. They're really nice
you might
chairs,
be
though,
right.
and I really like sitting in yours.
And they're handcrafted.
Yes.
Shop local.
Shop
Big
local.
Germ.
Yeah, I can't think of a better guy to build a chair.
That's right. No, this ain't bring fluid. Fluid. So yeah, congrats to everybody who got your check. Don't buy drugs with it. If you do buy drugs, don't call me. I wanted to.
You mean go ahead and do lunchtime theater since you're on the rant? Or throw that highlighter. Throw it. Throw that highlighter.
I don't like drugs
Bunch of-
anyway. I don't like talking to people on drugs. And then I had to do that today. I'm like, oh my God, where's my beer?
You don't like talking to people on drugs?
No.
I'll be damned.
It's fun to ride people around who do acid, though. Oh my God. It is wonderful. I was sober as a judge.
That does not sound like fun to me at all.
The
It
Everyday
wasn't.
Joe Show does not endorse the use of acid or any kind of mind-altering substance in after, whether or not you're driving or riding with a friend, especially if your friend is pregnant.
May cause
think he's
diarrhea
reading
and
that and
discharge.
he's not?
Especially if your friend is pregnant.
Make us fishers.
That's a big no.
May cause fissures.
I'll just send a picture to Dr. J tomorrow. So. All right, guys. We want to talk about culture shock. Pretty much
Keep that camera off me. Golly.
culture shock of the Roni. Jeff Dameron wants our shirt sizes.
Oh, Jeff, honey, I done bought shirts for both of us, and I'm waiting to wear them when you come on the show.
What size you guys wear?
Well, I'm an extra large, Jeff.
I'm a 2X working on a 3.
Bull?
2X.
There you go.
You
There
don't
you
look
go.
an X over 1.
I
You really don't.
I am.
I believe it.
So, yeah, the culture shock of the Roni. Roni, Rona, whatever you want to call it. However you want to mispronounce it like we do. So, this fellow back in the day, coined culture shock by an anthropologist. I don't know how they have expertise in that.
The cat in the hunt.
I thought they did like dinosaur bones and stuff.
Those are archaeologists.
Oh, then I was like, well, wait, that's anesthesiologist.
Anthropologist.
Anesthesiologists, they do the pain relief
Yeah.
in surgeries and
Right.
things
They
of that
put
nature.
you out.
Right.
Put you to night-night.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll put you out. Sometimes you're completely awake, but you feel nothing.
Right.
It's obvious this show's more about shock than it
Much-
is culture.
Much like every day of my life, you're completely awake but feel nothing.
You're just numb, ain't you?
Just numb.
Numb on the inside. I'll tell you. So according to this fella, Kalarevo or Oberg, there's 3 phases of culture shock. And Bull sent me this article, and I was like, man, we can all relate to this because of the coronavirus, the COVID-19, if you will. I feel smart when I say COVID-19.
Coronavirus disease.
Which
2019.
Which, according to certain people on the talking box, that does not mean it's the 19th version of it.
No, it's
FYI.
the year.
year.
It's the year.
Okay.
Dr. J told us what it meant.
I
We
know.
were all here for
I
that,
know.
John.
Some people on the talking box think that it's the 19th version.
Tell those
and we
people
should
on the
have had-
talking box to go back and watch Dr. J's episode.
Yeah, gonna add her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add her.
They should have watched it anyway.
Coronacation.
It's the 19th strain. No. No.
It's a fire.
It's not the 19th strain.
So the first phase of the culture shock is the honeymoon phase. Just like with anything else, it's brand new. So with me, I'm sure you guys I know she was because of me. You were reading about it. You were watching news all the time. You were like, "Oh, this is interesting. Oh my gosh, what's going on?" And then that kind of wears off. What was the honeymoon stage for you with the Roni?
I would say it was absolutely following the news. It was a couple weeks back. We had a whole lot of rain, so I was off work for the weather. And every day I would catch myself, and they were constantly doing these updates, and they'd break into your regular scheduled programming, and
yeah.
like, let's talk about the corona, and let's talk about this, and
They break in on prices, right?
they absolutely would break in on anything. It does not matter. The only thing I was glad they broke in on is they took the view away for like 3 days.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, that is a good time. But I don't know, man. Like I was hooked, and now, F the news.
Yeah, HOTL. I feel you.
I can't even watch like cable television channels like 2, 4, and 5 because it's still the same. And we're saying the same things over and over again. It's really, really great. They're doing a tremendous job. He's fantastic. These are the adjectives that I hear. Tremendous.
Yeah, I just want to open it back up.
Yeah. How was your honeymoon phase with the Roni?
I started in the shock phase. I was pissed off about it
Was
from
you?
the get-go and thought it was pucky. And then I kind of went... the honeymoon phase, I think, came second for me, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like, this is crap. Well, you remember the
Oh,
show. I went on and on about it. I think I'd had a little too much to drink, and sometimes I do that. I'm
It
thirsty.
happens.
But I do. I feel like I came with the honeymoon stage next where I was like, well, maybe it's not so bad that, we do what we're supposed to do, and
Did you say it just like that?
sort of,
It's not so bad.
My dog used to talk like that.
I know, I knew your dog, and that's why I'm talking that way. Because of Ted.
Yeah.
You
Hey, guys,
know.
what's going on?
Hey,
Huh?
I didn't have that little lisp that Ted
Hey,
had.
guys. Yeah, and you got to kind of
Shake
shimmy.
your butt all the time.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Hey. Look.
Hey, I'm a pug.
Yeah.
You gonna pick me up?
Oh, fuck.
What's going on?
Yeah, you got to sneeze on him. Bull, what was your honeymoon phase? How did that treat you with the Roni?
I took it way too serious from the beginning,
True story.
and just again because I don't like death. I don't like Americans dying for no reason. I don't like people dying for no reason, and
You
I
don't care.
think-
You don't care if they're American or not. You don't like people. You don't like human races dying for any reason.
Period. Period. I don't. Unnecessary death is pointless, and you cannot put a dollar on a human life. And so, I was just like, how do we get onto it? And fix it?
I don't know if you can.
I mean,
I mean, life insurance
I
policies
don't
do it all
want-
the time.
I don't want to start a debate here, and I'm not trying to do that. But, I mean, isn't that kind of the natural order of things? I mean, isn't that what plagues and things are for, is to kind of thin out
Then the
Hey,
herd.
you know
all
what I
I
mean? Thin
know-
the herd.
Population
Herd
control.
immunity.
the beginning
Herd
of this,
immunity.
I said the world needs less people. and we do need less people. And this is the natural order of the way. Well, I say that, but after some things I heard today, this isn't natural at all. So I'm going to stop talking.
But I know where you're going with that. I see your side of things on that.
Well, here's
Just
my
my
argument.
opinion.
Well, here's my counter to it.
It wasn't a debate. That's what I said. I prefaced with, I don't want this to be a debate. This
Well,
is just
okay,
my
all right. I guess my rebuttal. Since
There
we
you go,
won't
that's
debate,
better.
we'll
Okay.
just have a rebuttal. If that is the view on the stance, then when the terrorists flew a plane into the tower, we should have just all stepped back and went, that is the natural order of things. We did not lead those 2,500 people in the tower, and we can...
Now you're saying something that's completely
Apples
not
and oranges.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Apples and
completely
oranges.
different. That look,
Was the terrorist thing a thing that was within our control?
It wasn't natural.
it wasn't natural. Thank you.
Okay, so because it's natural,
Locusts, plagues, biblical things that happened that
Dirty
were
mice, dirty
population
mices.
control. That is a natural order of It's a natural way that population control happens. There's population control in every species, from
Ants.
microscopic up. I mean, there's population control in some order,
Circle of life.
and it is just the circle of life. And
Well,
but
yeah.
when someone plays the hand of
Circle of
God and
life.
takes that into their own, that takes away the natural of it. That's completely unnatural. So
And we can say
I can't say that
yeah.
that rebuttal is a good comparison.
so why are we working on a cure for cancer? Why are we working on a cure for the... Why do we have a
We're-
vaccine for the
Okay,
flu?
well, a
We're
bigger
not working
question
on a
is
cure
why
for
haven't
cancer
we
because it's
found
already
a
here.
cure already.
The cure for cancer is
Big
there's not
Yes.
enough money, so it
Yeah.
Period.
Not that
the
we're
can-
still
the cancer
working on
cure
it.
is
Why haven't
there.
we found it. We
It's
'Cause
there.
It's
Why-
more money to treat
exactly.
it than it is to cure it.
It's
Yeah,
there.
100%. No. And
Why
but-
isn't it out there?
Well, and I guess, and just so, but to the point, it's like, again, it doesn't matter whether it's, because acts of God, we complain to the insurance company about an act of God to fix our roof. So why do we not get just as upset about a quote-unquote virus that is the natural order of things? Because if that's the argument, whenever a tornado or a flood comes through, then we just go, dadgummit, I have to move. That was the natural order of things. God wanted my house gone. No, we don't. We pay insurance and we get our house rebuilt, normally right in the path of the next tornado. Again, that's an argument. But that's how I feel on it.
I'm pretty sure that we're all collecting
that's
on that
okay.
insurance
Yeah,
policy
that's
called
just-
the
that's okay.
IRS right
And again,
now.
it's just my opinion.
And that's what it's all
my
about.
opinion.
It's you can have your opinion and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can have mine, and we can differ on that, and that's okay. I mean, that's the one great thing about America is that
Cat, that's
you
a
know,
good point.
I can have my point and you can be wrong. So I mean,
Well,
that's awesome.
and I can have my
I love you
point,
being wrong.
and you can
And
be
I can be wrong.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So
That's what I mean.
And I'm fine with you being wrong. I live in that show every Thursday.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, right now, Bull, since we've agreed that somebody's wrong, Travis is going to take charge of the episode, and we're talking about culture shock. Right now, I'm shocked at everything that just went down.
I knew it was going to happen. It just did quicker than I thought.
I'm going to hit the
It just went quicker than I thought.
Yeah, it did.
We got Lady A's up next.
Yeah. Lady A, what was your honeymoon phase of this?
I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm pretty much in it right now because when all of this first started, I was in Mexico and I didn't care because Mexico was the only place in the world that didn't have it. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. Then I came back and it was weird. I couldn't order toilet paper and I was annoyed. And then I just didn't take it too seriously. I was just like, whatever, y'all are. Why are we still talking about this? I mean, and I still wonder that. But anyway. I mean, I hate to say it, but this has not been an awful thing for me personally, like professionally. Like it's opened up opportunities that I probably wouldn't have had, which they may have happened anyway without all of this, but it's just created, I'm all about silver linings, and I found those silver linings, and now I'm sitting on that cloud. So I'm still in the honeymoon phase. Like it sucks and I miss my friends. And I hate that it's doing all of these things to the economy, but I'm still so very optimistic about what it's going to bring whenever we get to go back to the new normal. Because old normal's gone. That
the
is not.
benefits we're going to get to reap off
Yes.
these stocks like Carnival and American Airlines.
Well, and like the
Maybe
boom
not.
in business, and whenever we all get to go back outside and play, we're all going to go back outside and play.
We're gonna play hard.
Yes.
You dang right.
Yes.
We're gonna play hard.
Everybody's going to play hard.
The word you're looking for is stackable demand.
Okay, thank you. The stackable demand. And so I'm just looking forward to that. So, I mean, the death and the sickness and all of the illness and all of the hardships, that sucks. But I'm not going to dwell on that so much so that it spirals me into a depression, because I'm just optimistic of the good things that are going to come from this. And that's how I choose to live my life, which is why I'm happy.
Okay.
So, honeymoon.
Honeymoon, still in it.
Yeah.
As my honeymoon was, just watching the news and reading, then you're like, oh, there's this new thing out. People are going to get sick. I'm like, oh, it'll go away in a week or two. That was my initial thought. Like, this is just somebody's freaking out over nothing, this, that, and the other. This is going to be, flash in the pan, to and through. 2 weeks, we're out. No big deal. And I was wrong. Apparently. Allegedly.
Took the word out of my mouth.
You dang right, Mr. Parham. Big old hugs. But yeah, at first, because it was something new. It was you getting to see the the side effects, and then the next day the side effects, what they said with the side effects changed, and then if you have this and this and this, then you have it. If you don't have anything, then you're good. And then a week later, you could be asymptomatic and still have it, and then you're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And it was always I guess to see the evolution of the story. You're like, okay, something new every day, but now it's just been kind of
mundane.
Yeah, mundane.
Well,
like Ben Stein's voice.
Yes.
It's like Dr. J was saying, that one of the things about this is that because it is so new that we don't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. So,
It's a learning experience. I would like to reply to Ryan P. French. Mm-hmm. I would like to say, I don't know what you're doing, but I got drunk just 2 nights ago, and I had Kim Uber me. She just took me for a ride around the block and brought me back to the house, and it was just like being out.
Yeah.
I had too much to drink. She gave me a ride around the block. I feel like this was a win. So
we did that Saturday. I got
home.
Ubered Saturday.
I mean, it was an Uber home. You just you're not trying hard enough. You're not really putting forth the effort.
We had too much drink out
Step
here.
it
And
up,
I
Frenchie.
Ubered her a pigback rider from out here to in the house.
I gave him 5 stars.
Yeah. I even carried her up the steps.
And a blowjob. Oh, whoa!
Whoa.
Wait a second.
Family show.
Family show.
Not really.
But yeah, so that
It's Eli's fault he mouthed it to me, and I couldn't help but say it out
I
loud.
wasn't on camera.
he's not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
He's not wrong.
No.
Oh, well.
Can we put Eli's picture back up, please?
Well, this needs to come to a disclaimer. We've not been in the same garage in a month or 2.
Yeah.
Although we're
Culture
keeping-
shock right here.
No kidding. We have social distancing.
Hey,
going on
Amanda.
for sure, but still.
Stackable demand.
It is. It's different. Thank God. I mean, seriously, we ain't seen each other, almost 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
Well,
Forever.
Ashley.
I saw you Tuesday night, but before then, yes.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yes. Oh. What was us?
Ashley has been extremely hardcore on following the rules.
Yeah.
I mean, we went fishing. She's on the internet. She's seeing if it's okay? So as this has drug on, she was like, hey, I really want to go to Lowe's Saturday and get some cushions for the chairs. I'm like, whoa.
Oh,
Not
easy.
essential. And she's like, well, none of these other people are staying at home. Why should we? And I'm like, well, there you have it.
But
there you go.
She lasted
And that's
a while.
that's what's happening.
Of
You know what I
course,
mean?
of course.
That's why socialism won't work, because eventually everyone that's doing the right things are going to say, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Just my opinion.
So here, Hans Gruber, in his culture shock thing.
Who's this?
Hans
Hans
Gruber.
Gruber.
He's the one who wrote the article on this culture shock.
I
Hans
thought it
Gruber.
was coming.
Yeah.
I didn't.
The next part is shock. Don't mouth him anything because he'll say it out loud.
Doug Vanborn. Oh, my God, that's hilarious. What were you trying to say to me?
They're whispering.
You're always
It's
2
okay.
clicks away. You're always 2 clicks away.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they'll figure it out.
Yeah. The COVID-19 was a hoax designed to get rid of the electric scooters in the big cities. That did it. That and toilet paper. That's some dead stock Charmin there at a warehouse in Central Texas. Let's get rid of this. Yeah. So the next Next part is shock. Now, Tooth, after the honeymoon phase, I guess a couple weeks, were you shocked by anything?
I'm scared to say what has shocked me.
Well, it's fine. We're all friends here. They're all friends.
Yeah, I don't want to offend anyone ever. I really don't. And I mean no offense to anybody, but what has shocked me is the mass stupidity of the sheeple.
Oh,
Buying
I
all the
don't
toilet
think
paper?
that's a huge surprise.
I mean,
Because everybody, even the sheeple, are like, yeah, I can't believe this. So
Hey, yo.
no one is relating to that statement because it applies to no one on a personal level.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no one thinks it applies to
I
them,
get what you're
so
saying,
it's fine.
but
I agree.
There's some out there that will think
yes.
there's a degree, a level.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like we're smarter than this, people.
Oh, I
feel
wish
like-
we were.
I feel like this is not a situation, and never has it been, a situation to buy up all the toilet paper or to not even think about the fact that there are other people that are going to need these things as well. Let's keep what we need to keep going.
Yeah.
Had we done that, there would be no issue. No one would ever run out of anything.
Well, and I think the toilet paper thing seemed to have come out of left field for me. Like, I didn't even really realize this was a big deal until people started talking about toilet paper. But then, if the toilet paper hadn't ran out, everything else wouldn't have ran out either. I think that started the trend of people buying up everything and hoarding it all.
Well, I don't disagree with that.
Because
I don't
supply
disagree
chain
with that
has
at
stayed
all.
the same.
But disinfectants,
Yes.
hand sanitizers, toilet paper,
Yeah.
paper towels, those things that went immediately. Okay, I can understand to an extent making sure you've got some Lysol.
Yeah, that
I can
I get.
understand that to
Yeah.
an extent. But now, here's what I don't get. There are things that there are on limit at grocery stores right now that, and I'm being honest, guys, if you're feeding my family, that's at minimum 5.
Yeah.
At minimum 5 if we're feeding everybody. Sometimes I need to buy more than the limit to feed my family one time. This
Yeah.
is not a bulk situation.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because of the mass hysteria of people, it has caused a complete ripple effect to the point that it's affecting my everyday normal routine
Oh, yeah.
of how I would have shopped any other time.
Yep.
I don't know. It's ridiculous. That shocked me. I'm shocked by people's reaction.
It's a
Do you
good
remember
shot.
Y2K? Were you old enough to
Oh,
remember?
bro.
The same thing happened.
I was
in the
18.
7th
I know,
grade.
but you know what I'm saying, though. The same thing happened. I mean, people hoarded up stuff, and it was the same deal because the
Canned
world was
goods.
coming in. Canned goods, toilet paper, stuff like that. The same thing happened. And
Napster
then
still worked. So.
some of us went to Detroit Rock City to watch one of the greatest concerts ever. You know what I
Dang
mean?
right we
So
did.
that's I think that relates to today's.
YKK on my zipper.
Well, in fairness, I mean, do y'all remember the last tornado watch? People went and bought up all the water and toilet paper.
Well, that's what Doug just said. He said we got hit with a double whammy tornado, and then
Yeah.
already cleared the shelves, and then the COVID-19 hits. So,
And then tornadoes again in Chattanooga and down there. So
you know, and Kim makes a good point, Tooth, to you, back to you, what you were saying before we get to Eli. Toilet paper is a struggle in your house because you
Yes.
have 4 women living in your house. 4. That's
It's my
Was that a
chair.
toot?
Y'all,
Did
it's
you
my
just
Do
toot?
you have air in your tooth?
It is literally my chair.
Well, yeah,
she
we
can't
couldn't
make it
tell.
happen again. Did you
Couldn't
notice
do it again.
that?
I noticed that. She tried. It wasn't happening.
Andrea has
I
gas.
can hear it.
Hey, baby got gas. Andrea got
did.
gas.
She got gay.
If y'all would shut y'all mouth, y'all can hear it.
Well, we're not gonna do
I didn't
that.
poot. My chair pooted.
You poo.
pooted.
Andrea pooted.
I would have giggled.
So yeah, I mean, toilet paper struggles in your house anyway.
Like I said,
Yeah.
when we would buy toilet paper is one of the reasons we're Sam's Club members, I think. Like, that's a norm for us. We need it because there's 4 women.
That's
and
why I'm a subscribing safe.
women use toilet paper every time.
Yeah.
Every time they use
One
it.
or two.
Yeah, and then they blow their nose. There you go. There's more toilet paper.
Well,
Yeah.
that's even more. Just,
Yeah.
That
Brad
compounds
Davis is
it.
watching.
Or, you know,
Brad Davis.
Hello,
Hey, Brad
Davis.
Brad.
Brad Davis.
Hey, Brad.
Eli, what was your? Are you in shock now, or have you not
Well,
hit shock?
If I read the article correctly, it's that there's some sense of anger and stuff like that. I'm at that point because I just think it's ridiculous. I'm not saying we shouldn't be conscious of it, but I also feel that maybe the people that are most at risk should stay home and let the rest of the world get on with life. That's just my opinion. So that's all I got to say about that.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, thank you, Noah. Thank you. He feels my pain.
He does.
Bull,
what was your shock and awe of all this?
My shock was 2 weeks ago when I was talking to my people in New York, and I had people that were their family members were dying, and so that's when it really hit me hard. Now again, they were all over 40. One of them was in her 70s, but these are my friend's family who were dying from COVID-19. And so now, luckily, I did not have direct, but Joel lost his aunt and her live-in partner, and Gordon lost his aunt, and Eric lost a guy that he come up in the music industry with, a bass player that brought him up since he was 14 years old. Again, he was 52. So, wow. It hit me like a ton of bricks because I just called to check on them because, I was making jokes. I was like, you guys aren't going to come down to Tennessee and bring it with you. And Joel was like, man, he goes, I can't leave my house because at nighttime they're driving trucks full of dead bodies through the Bronx.
Oh my God.
And
it hit you on a personal level.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why some of us are so insensitive to it.
Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Myself included.
of course, yeah.
It's not hit me on a personal level because I'm just looking at numbers, and number-wise versus the population, it's not there for me.
Of course,
But like I said, it's not hit me on a personal level, so it's hard for me to speak on that because, and I get where you're coming from, and
and what really blew my mind, and once again that shock, is when Joel was like, 500 people died today. How else do you get the bodies somewhere except to toss them all in a daggum truck and roll them? Because they got to get those dead people out and the next people in to treat them. So Joel was like, that's 500 people that just died, and they got to just shove them somewhere and try to save the next ones. And
that's tough.
Oh.
And Joel was being facetious, but at the same time, what do you do with 500 bodies that just fell off? And they're telling you another 700 are going to die in the next 2 days.
Ugh.
And so and again, like you said, Eli, it was personal with me, and it wasn't here locally. It was, friends that I've known for 15 years that are in New York. They were in a hot zone. That's how it happened. But that was my shock. And it just literally, it hit me like a ton of bricks.
I can see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you hit the shock stage yet? Or are you like, them going in reverse almost? Or?
No, well, so, and this is like a different podcast, like a completely different podcast, because we can talk about it forever. But the thing that has shocked me the most is all these conspiracy theories coming out because of all of this. The whole celebrity...
Pedophile,
the human trafficking, and all of the eating brains and stuff. Can't think of the big word.
Cannibalism?
Anyway. Oh no, like the chemical that's in a child's brain that they're eating to stay younger. The celebrities are drinking it or injecting it to. But that is what has shocked me the most. Is now when you did your Forrest Gump, when I think of Tom Hanks, I think of his human trafficking conspiracy theories, and it has not.
I'm not familiar with what you're talking about.
Oh,
wow.
Well,
I'll show you some articles.
We'll table that discussion, but that's what shocked me the most, and it's like that was like a conspiracy theory like that is a box that I never wanted to open. I didn't, when my sister invited me and I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh, let me close that box. I don't want to know these things. I really like to be
it's like Kevin Spacey.
Completely oblivious to these things.
Anybody got any packing tape?
Yeah, let me just.
B says the celebs
Pantera don't go back in her box.
The celebs are low on androchrome.
Yes.
And I can't pronounce it.
Androchrome. Adrenochrome? Yeah.
Adrenochrome. There you
Yeah.
go.
That's it.
Yeah, you got to spell it again for us to pronounce it.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
wish you would have done it in all caps with hyphens.
Yeah.
Adrenochrome.
In the clap.
Like that old Google definition.
But yes,
Hooked on phonics
There-
worked for me.
that's what I'm
Barn worked
talking
for
about.
us.
So yeah, thank you.
I was
for
being
getting,
funny. I didn't
get
say
the word
Pandora.
out.
I said Pantera don't go back in her box.
But
You
yeah,
didn't catch it. You're supposed to say something about
I
it.
did.
I didn't hear you
Well, I was reading.
out loud.
Yeah. I said
So
it.
Andrew-
or
Andrea-
Q. Yes, yeah, Q is what they call it too, or something.
Andrea, the premise of Bill Gates is worth more than some countries, and in his spare time, he wants to handle population control by supporting a disease that doesn't resonate with you.
That whole part of it, I don't really buy into that one because that's less believable.
That was a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was way too ridiculous than Brad Pitt eating babies.
Thank you,
Cues.
Miss Prom.
It wasn't Brad Pitt.
Appreciate
It's
it.
Oh.
Tom Hanks
Sorry,
and
I'm
Madonna
sorry. I'm
and
sorry.
Lady
I'm
Gaga.
sorry.
Oh, Archie
But-
Bunker back there.
I just started a whole new.
Adreno, yes, the adrenochrome. Thank you.
Thanks, B. You know we're done.
With that.
He's helping us.
That's where I'm shocked is these whole conspiracy theories coming out
That's 4
with like
syllables.
data and facts and crap that makes it very believable. Like, yeah, these groups I'm a part of right now kind of scare me. So anyway,
Yeah,
that's my shock.
Yeah.
I mean, I already talked about the Illuminati. I might as well talk about celebrity adrenochrome.
Tom Hanks is coming for you next.
Chrome.
Just don't
Anyway.
get Bull started on that knock.
I'm done.
The Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki.
Yeah.
The Everyday Joe Show does not support any conspiracies, and we are not at any way. So, Tom Hanks, do not come down here and suck out our brains.
We're too old.
Roar Daddy.
We've seen the light of day. Our brains are not good.
Yeah, my shock was, and it's
Big Al.
Oh, I know, but no, we're not doing it. She was. She's. They are losing their.
my big shock when I thought, hey, there's something going on. Yeah. I do hate Carol Baskin. That's why we're on quarantine.
Have you not seen that?
Carol Baskin.
Yeah, he hates Carol Baskin.
That woman, she's obsessed with me. My shock was when they started canceling stuff.
Oh yeah.
Me, her, and her sister are in there, and we're watching TV, and I'm on Twitter, looking at the
On
Rona,
the Twitter.
on the Twitter, looking at the coronavirus, and then it said they stopped the game between the Utah Jazz and Oklahoma City
Walked off the
Thunder,
court.
and I was like, what? And then it come out that I can't
I have a
remember.
comment to that too. Why would you stop it? Everyone's already there. You're already
too late.
committed.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and finish it out, fellas.
Yeah.
Did that make sense to anyone?
No.
Well, yeah, it's not like some basketball player that's infected is going to touch everything.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
We're already
but
exposed.
you're already there and
Yeah.
exposed to it. Let's go ahead and knock it out.
I think you
That's
created.
real.
Let's
That's
go
legit.
ahead.
That's legit.
Let's go ahead and let me enjoy my $99 ticket or whatever.
Yeah, I
it
think
was.
they created a lot of panic by doing that too.
Absolutely, they did.
Because
It's a
before
domino effect.
before the fans got out of the arena, they already had an idea because it started leaking. The information started leaking. and everything.
WikiLeaks.
Yeah, it was like WikiLeaks. That shocked me. It was like, okay, they canceled an NBA game, and then they canceled they had a NCAA tournament. And they canceled the second half of it, second half of the game. I was like, okay, this thing's got legs. But then they canceled the rest of the NBA season. Like, this is NBA's, it's a close to $1 billion industry. And then they closed March Madness. They were to postpone it. That is a $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this thing's got legs because I was in shock there. Okay, these people are forfeiting all this money and these taxes for the federal government. So that kind of like, oh man, this thing is
Legit.
scary. Yeah, and I hate to be that it took a sporting event to get canceled for me to go. I took it seriously, but I really was like, oh my god, this is something.
Well,
right
that
here.
was your personal. Bull has his personal. You have your personal.
Well, my personal then is I'm really upset and angry, PO'd. My daughters aren't get to experience all of the things that seniors are supposed to
I know,
supposed to
it really
experience.
sucks.
What about walking the line? What about prom? What about it's senior year? It's supposed to be like the
Your
best
time to shine.
year. Your year. That's your year.
You've waited 11 years for this.
Yep.
Alexis posted a meme the other day that said something about class of 2020 They really did say goodbye to the walls for the last time, but didn't know.
Yeah.
Or to the halls. Said goodbye to these halls for the last time, didn't even know it.
I think Vitamin C needs to write a new song.
I'm with you.
Just,
It just
for the 2020.
as far as anger and being in a stage,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at today.
Right.
Is
Well, I think, like Eli said, there is some anger in the shock phase. It's part of it. That's terrible. That is horrible. The seniors don't get to do it, and then you look at your spring athletes from middle school all the way to college.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. They got nothing. It's terrible. Sad state of affairs, if you will.
Tony, if you want.
Yes. So yeah. Also, another shock was what y'all said was about the sheeple buying the toilet paper, buying all the hand sanitizer and the Lysol. I can almost understand. But we've been out of masks at my store for almost a month and a half now. N95 masks, respirator masks, regular dust masks. We have none. We've had none. Rubber gloves. We are out of. We just got a refill. Thank you there, Mr. Parham.
Yeah.
But I just spilled beer down the side of my goatee.
not a baby.
It happens.
Flavor saver.
I just get later.
Get later.
But the toilet paper I just did not get, and then hoarding up hamburger meat and chicken and
Ooh,
You
I
know-
know where hamburger meat is. If anyone wants to know,
don't tell them.
it's at Harvest Local Foods.
Sit
There's
on it.
tons of it. Just saying.
Metric tons.
I mean,
Metric tons.
I'd say that there's like
I got a cow
40
coming.
pounds.
You get your cow.
Yeah, it's mooing right now.
Yeah.
So
Mer.
it'll be a few months, but I'll have plenty.
That's
If
cool.
any of you need any.
Social distancing cookout at Eli's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the shock thing, that really, I think a lot of people started to take it more serious when that shock came around. Especially one of our friends, Bubba, when they started canceling tournaments, he did basketball tournaments. He did a complete 180 in less than 12 hours.
Yeah.
Because you were on that group text message. He was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, guys! I totally changed my stance." And I've talked about it before, but I was like, "Well, if that can change, that can change his mind in 12 hours. This thing's
Got legs.
It's got legs."
And I've changed my stance, but
Right.
now I'm back to where I was in
Right.
the beginning again.
You're over it.
Yeah.
I'm over it. Too.
And I know that sucks, and that may not be a responsible decision, but that's my decision, and I'm willing to stand by that decision, I think.
No,
Until
Wesley,
next week.
Wesley, we've put the peanut gallery on hold for right now, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
And another shock, I think, especially I alluded to earlier with all of us, is there's 20 in our core group, 20 some odd people.
Yeah. Y'all are welcome.
And we're all really close. Because we're all in one big group text
Yeah.
messages with each other. We probably talk to at least one person in that group, sans your significant other, every single day.
Yeah.
And not getting to see these people at least once a week, twice a week, it's weird. It is so weird. It's boring, and I don't like it. I'm ready for this stuff to be over and get back to normal. That's one thing is shock is not seeing. Since we started doing the show, I've seen these guys average once a week, on average. You take the times you weren't here. I'd see you Saturday. I'd see you Sunday. Same with you.
At least once a week.
Yeah, for sure.
With us, yeah.
And she'd see Big Baby and Kim probably once a week, every 2
yeah.
weeks. Kim even more than that. Until your mom were in Tullahoma cleaning the house.
Yeah.
You'll see Kim.
I see Ashley every other week.
Yeah, and that part to me just it's terrible because we had this big group, great group of people hanging out all the time. Segment of the group would be over here, the other segment would be doing this, but then we'd all come together, and now we can't do that responsibly. You know what I mean?
Read Roar Daddy's comment.
Yeah.
Doug Roar Daddy says on March 6th, my brother texted me and said stuff will be shutting down by the end of the week. March 13th, the last day of school. Corona world is a strange world. The cases in Coffee County will jump now that widespread testing is starting this weekend. I agree 100%. I think everybody in the room does too because we talked about it before we started because that's when the numbers are going to spike. You have a ton of
Yeah.
asymptomatic people that's going to show up. They're going to get tested. They're going to be positive. Quarantine, then they'll be fine. Hopefully. God forbid.
Herd immunity.
Do you have to get tested?
No, it's volunteer.
I remember when I was a
Did
kid, it'd be
you?
like, oh, chicken pox, go hang out with those kids.
Yeah.
Get it.
Get
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Build your immunity.
Why is the camera always on me, bull? Cut it
And
out.
Your hands
You were
are-
talking.
Your hands.
And
are
I will
fine.
say this, be on the flip side, what a time to be alive.
Yeah.
I like where your head's
Silver
at.
lining.
Yeah, I'm so tired of not being able to hang out with my friends.
I want to hug you guys.
Yeah, man.
No, I miss hugs.
Oh, I've said on the show, this is my third time. When this is over, French kissing everybody.
Ashley said she's okay with no hugs. She's good. with
She's
that.
good with that, yeah.
She's like, I'm okay with it. I would like to see everybody, but I'm good with the hugs.
I tried to air hug Ellen's mom
correct.
today
You're correct,
from
Dawn.
like
Dawn Newhall,
30
you're
feet
absolutely right, sir.
away, and she just stared at me.
I think.
And Ellen was like, she doesn't hug. And I was like, not even an air hug. And she said, no. I was like, okay, well, I'll just air hug myself.
Do you guys feel that the numbers will increase in number of cases? But if the number of cases increase, that will also decrease the percentage. The mortality rate will also drop. I would think.
Yeah.
Right?
The
Because
rate,
if there's
the
more
percentages,
cases,
I
yes.
got that.
It could.
so
Yeah.
I'm going to have to shout out to Big Al. For the paranoid out there, just remember that the virus testing centers that they're setting up are actually DNA collection sites.
Oh.
23 and me. Hey, wiretap.
Good point.
Oh, man. Oh.
There you go. Let us know how life's going from the bunker, Al.
Jamie had a big one here. Jamie Rainey says her shock is how mad people have been at what others believe or what they're doing. There has also been many that are mad because we were lied to about the numbers. I'm thankful for the numbers have been way off.
What a great outlook on it, Jamie.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, I don't know. I'm probably stepping in where I don't really know what I'm talking about, so you guys can quickly correct me.
Okay.
But I feel like, let me say, was it that we were lied to, or was it that people weren't paying attention when the intelligent doctors were saying, we don't really know because we don't really know how many cases we got. Mm-hmm. So we're letting you know that these numbers are way skewed. This could look way worse than it really is because we don't know the total cases.
Yeah.
So were we lied to, or was it that we didn't pay attention?
Because even Dr. J said that, how did he put it? I can't remember, because he said the only ones we can be positive about are the ones that have had confirmed tests or the ones that have died. You can definitely guarantee the ones that have died, you know that was a positive.
But.
I'm just saying that's what the doctor said.
Oh, I
Don't
know.
argue with a doctor.
Well, but if someone died from a gunshot wound and they tested positive for corona, they're calling that death corona, which is so not fair. The number of pneumonia,
Get off your conspiracy groups. Somebody is.
Okay,
the people-
fine. I'll alter it.
This
to
is
say
not
this.
The Wire, and there's not a fat detective going, thank God for the corona, I can clear off my death.
Well,
no.
He said
the
death.
graph of pneumonia cases since this has happened has plummeted. So you're saying that no one has pneumonia now?
Yeah, it's just coded as COVID-19.
Exactly. So
It's coded differently. I agree. I
Yeah.
don't, not wholeheartedly with what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
There's not. I don't see it completely from that point of view.
Right,
But
I'm
I
just
do
throwing
understand
stuff
what
out
you're
there.
saying.
yeah, but
I think that flu sicknesses and stuff are maybe coded now
Yes.
to COVID-19
Yes.
rather than just plain old
so
influenza.
yeah,
I think that I
COVID
remember
may
Dr.
not
J
be
saying, and I
killing.
quote, we still have the cases that we had before of this. We still have the cases
Yes.
that we had before of this. This is why the hospitals are so overrun, is because, look, all the other sicknesses we already
Are
had
still happening.
are still
Still going
happening.
on.
Yeah, but are they coding those
So-
deaths?
But also, Martha said that they were not overran in any form
Yep.
or fashion.
yeah.
She said there were plenty of beds in the hospital.
Yes.
But she was concerned that they could be overran if this were to take hold.
Yeah.
Because it didn't hit our area.
I was going to say the places that we were talking about being overran
Oh,
were
we're talking
the
about
hot
epicenters
zones.
of it? I'm sorry.
The hot
Oh, okay.
zones, like
Yeah.
New York and Italy, when it was Italy. And,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
The hot zones
you
were.
didn't specify.
I apologize, but
Yeah.
thank you for pointing that out.
But
I didn't
still,
mean local.
Yeah. But I still firmly believe, may not to that extreme, but I think that the death number is misconstrued because they're not.
The coding.
Yes, because of the coding.
And
I don't
can see
100%
that.
disagree with that.
I don't either, and I can
Well,
see
there was
that.
a great.
It may
But I
not be
don't
that-
think it's enough to change the fact that from the get-go, until we really know how many people have it, we don't really know the percentage that the death rate really is.
Well, okay, and so here's the instances that's happened, and it happened down in Albany, Georgia. That's a great explanation of why it's skewed. In Albany, which is a town that's between the size of Manchester and Murfreesboro, they tracked it back to 2 funerals. They had 420 cases within 5 days of both funerals. Of those 420 cases, 37 people died within 7 days of what was diagnosed as corona. So it is very hard to say that statistically, it is not a coincidence that that many people were there, that many people were then tested positive for corona, and then that many people died immediately after. You can't say it was a gunshot wound, or it was the flu, or it was pneumonia whenever they die. So that right there is 9% that happened in 14 days just in Georgia. So that is where can you guys imagine if Martha was on here and going, I had 400 people rode through and 37 died in 10 days. Can you imagine that?
No.
It just hadn't hit us like that.
My question
Yeah.
is,
Yep.
is it plausible, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but is it plausible that they could have been diagnosed with corona and not had it? It could have been some other underlying thing. My grandmother passed away. They said, oh, she had a heart attack. I don't believe that was the case. I think it was something else.
A false
I think
positive.
there's a lot of times that death happens and that maybe they are unsure of a diagnosis. And what's the easiest thing to fall back on? I'm just saying, is that plausible? I'm not asking, you know what, I am
Now, I
asking.
would completely
Could be.
understand the argument if we were taking that 400 people and we were stretching it across the entire U.S. But if you're talking about people that all live within a 20-mile radius of one another, I think it's a little bit easier to dial in. Again,
Yeah.
my
That makes
opinion.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My opinion.
and I'm just asking, is that a plausible?
I don't think it's out of the
Could
realm of
that happen?
possibilities.
Could
It's
it
not
happen?
out of the realm. Yes.
Yeah. Bo Lane says he thinks it's horse malarkey. Big Al, they could have other health issue, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sean Jones made a good point. Numbers may jump due to people getting together for Easter. Some
well
still
could happen.
did, yeah.
Yep.
And I will say, and I'm pretty sure I told this on the show before. When we went to Dallas back in January, there were 30 people on our plane that got, absolutely sick. It was from the wing back. Everybody that got sick sat from the wing. I sat right on the wing. Person right behind me, he was sick for 3 weeks. Flat spot on his lung. Wasn't the flu. Wasn't strep. Maybe possibly pneumonia. He went to 4 different doctors. How they say that the symptoms are, that's what he had. Where the airport we were at was International Airport. Probably pretty sure got it. We had one district in Nashville had 6 managers out for 2 weeks.
Say, a lot of people have said exactly that. I even saw I think Steve Jernigan posted an article or maybe
did.
it was himself.
Mm-hmm.
Did I possibly have the corona earlier already? What if I've already had it? And I think that's absolutely plausible.
Pretty sure I had it in November.
Yeah, she coughed for
A month.
3 weeks straight.
I did too.
When
Had
did
no
you do?
flu
When did
testing
you
at
do
that
your
time.
trip?
What?
When was your trip?
In March.
March, and you weren't sick then.
No. No. But yeah, November. I had to sleep on the couch and sit up because I was coughing and I had some upper respiratory issues.
Yeah.
I even finally went to the doctor for the first time in 3 years
Yeah, it was.
for them to tell me, here, take this over the counter thing.
And Logan Ely, he says, poor kid, he misses being able to pick his nose with a peace of mind.
I know, bless your heart.
He's getting pretty far up in there if he's getting peace of mind.
That's pretty funny.
Roar Daddy says new possible COVID treatment. Google that word. REMD.
Remdesivir.
Drunk.
Can you go ahead and
Remdesivir.
give us like the pronunciation spell out, just like the adrenochrome, please?
You will.
And
It's
thank you.
rims. This is verb.
It's Remdesivir.
And if you need to put emojis in there for the pronunciation, I totally understand.
I'd say North Dakota. Y'all probably spread out pretty far up there. Maybe that's what it
And
is.
it's just like rural Tennessee. I mean, we're
Oh,
the
it's an
same way.
experimental drug, and COVID patients are recovering quickly after taking
Well,
this experimental drug.
31,071 cases. Or, I'm sorry, 31,071 deaths out of 330 million people.
Right. But not all 330 million have been tested.
Correct.
Here's the graph of pneumonia. The red line is this year. Look how it is completely vertical all the way down, like as in zero.
Yeah, it's taking a nosedive for sure. And you know, and not saying that's a conspiracy theory. People just trying to twist
Okay, bull.
twist
I like
the
the
news.
conspiracy theory.
It's fun. I like debunking them because, like, I'll look at it and I'm like, no,
Wish they still had Mythbusters.
you're an idiot. That's just stupid. You know, because a lot of these are about this stuff. Hey, Bull,
I think
zoom in on Andrew.
Andrea wants you to show her phone.
Yep.
Graphics. We have graphics.
Look at that red line right there. How? That's the cases of pneumonia during this time.
What
that's
about
the-
old pneumonia?
That's the pneumonia.
So,
What side is that from?
it's from a friend.
The Center of Disease Control.
It's
a
from
friend.
Mr. Jeff.
Mr. Jeff.
Yeah.
We need to see where Mr. Jeff got that.
Oh,
chart
I mean,
from.
I could zoom out. It says it,
Because
but
I was reading as well. Because I'm like,
a works cited page.
look, I'm like Eli.
it's from the CDC.
That one is from the CDC.
The Center
Yeah.
of Disease. You've heard of them.
And it shows pneumonia just ending.
Yeah.
Great news. COVID has beaten
The
pneumonia.
cure
pneumonia.
for pneumonia is get coronavirus, is what this graph is saying.
Wanda Priest just put up a link talking about that really hard word to say that Roar Daddy put up there.
Remdesivir. Remdesivir.
I feel like if you were drunk, you could probably say that word correctly.
Remdesivir.
Is that a Viking word? What is that?
I believe it is Norse.
I thought it
No.
sounded Norse to me. All right, we spent a lot of time on the shock. Adaptation and or recovery is the third one that Hans Gruber says that this culture shock is made up of. Tooth, have you been adapted? How are you recovering? You dang right, Bo Lane. Drink Miller Lite
Yes.
cures all. Thank you, Bubba. What's your adaptation and recovery stage? Are you in that yet? Are you getting near that yet?
I mean, I've adapted as far as, look, I've adapted as far as businesses like your normal dining in restaurants, things of that nature. I've adapted to the fact that we're not doing Friday night fellowships and getting groups together.
That sucks.
It sucks, but I've adapted to it currently. But I still get to go to work every day, blessed as I am, and I appreciate that, and I'm lucky. And because of that, I still eat lunch, because the drive-thru's still open. So a lot of my everyday normal routine hasn't changed other than the gatherings, the seeing you guys and the hanging out and the, maybe going on vacation or whatever. It's just different that way. And I've adapted because, like I said, the rest of my life seems pretty much normal right now still. And hopefully, I'm hoping nothing changes to make that any worse. I hope it only gets better. But so I don't know. I'm not, other than the anger that I still feel from the shock of my kids not getting to graduate like normal and not getting to do prom and spending money on dresses that they don't get to wear. Other than that,
Who did tailed
know,
off there at the end, everybody?
well, the dresses were expensive, but glory be to Kim.
Glory be to Kim. All right. Eli, what's your adaptation or recovery? Have you got there yet? Or are you in it now just saying, screw it all, I'm done? And if that's fine.
I'm
that's
really
you.
close to that point.
Right.
And the only reason I say that is because my family has made a conscious effort. I feel that we have made a conscious effort to stay home and to do what we were told to do. Doing what I do, and like Tooth, I'm thankful to be at work and to be able to still get my check and have an income. Okay, there's a lot of people that don't have that right now, and I think, well, never mind. That's a different subject. But other people aren't doing it, and I think
Yeah.
that's my biggest problem. That I can't adapt to that. You're being told that you were asked nicely, you didn't do it.
Yeah.
You've been told to do it, you're still not doing it. So, if people aren't going to do what's necessary to keep them safe, then let's open this jewel back up. Let's get this bee rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. That's what I want to adapt to. I want to say,
Totally.
hey, if you're not going to do what we're telling you to do to be safe about it, then let's let the good times roll. I said a couple weeks ago, if the sooner we play ball, the sooner we can get back to normal. Nobody's playing ball. It's not happening.
No.
The order has done nothing to slow people down from going to do things that are not essential. So
The majority are not playing ball.
the majority are not playing ball. So, like Tucker Carlson said the other night, he said, why don't, just let me throw this out there, why don't the people who are at high risk, why aren't they quarantined and the rest of us go about our daily lives?
Probably better for their economy that way.
Someone
yeah.
said earlier the economic impact will be talked about
For years.
for years,
Yeah.
more so than the actual sickness or the mortality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a premium Lysol there, Robinson. What are you talking about?
Well, I put a price on it.
You
Let's
had a
see what before we get to
I
bull.
did, but it's not
Oh,
important.
go
I
ahead.
don't remember. It's not important. Well, okay. I'm just going to be the devil's advocate for a second.
Well, that's fine. That's a good conversation.
The places that are allowing business to be, like, for instance, Walmart has said they're not going to sell them things that aren't essential.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to limit the people going to Walmart because they can't buy just everything. If it's not an essential item, you're not buying it at Walmart right now. I think that's an excellent practice. That's limiting people. Lowe's isn't doing that. Home Depot isn't doing that. There's no reason that those places that are essential for only contractors or plumbers or whatever should be allowing everybody and their mom to come in and still shop. If they're going to allow me to do it, why wouldn't I do it? So yeah, he says don't do this if it's not essential. I'm listening to him. This place says I can shop here. I'm still following his rules. So I'm not part of the problem. And that's just saying if I'm being that person who says, well, why am I part of the problem? I'm following all the rules he's got in place. I'm only shopping at places that let me shop, that are allowed to let me shop. Why is that a problem? That's where I'm at with that. Like, if we really want to fix it and we want it to be, okay, people stop doing, then make it to where people can't do.
Have you seen my mulch? It's awful. My landscaping's terrible. And you guys know how I am about my yard.
Yeah.
It's mowing season.
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite time of the year. I haven't went to get mulch, but you know what? Probably to the point where I'm going to go get mulch.
You'll get some mulch.
I'm going to do it.
I'm fixing
I
to
went
get
to
some
pay my
creek
water
rock.
bill yesterday. As I was driving around the square, there were people lined
Eli.
up.
Mike, bring the mic over to you.
Don't tell me what to do. I go to pay my water bill yesterday. I'm driving around the square to get to the water department. There are people lined up in the street to get into the pawn shop.
Because they're only letting one person in at a time.
Good for them.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Because
then that's a little better.
I noticed the same thing, and then I went, on their page, and they have a notice that they're one shopper at a time. So that's why there's a line.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Because that's their.
I did find that out when I blew up about Home Depot when I drove by there and it was jam-packed full of folks. Mm-hmm. And I'm certain that all those people weren't builders.
Right. Yeah. Weekend warriors.
But I found that out. Home Depot's doing the same thing. They're only letting an allotted amount of people in the store. It's
Yeah.
so
Good. That's good.
That's why they got.
So that's
Yeah.
what I give the shout
Cattle.
out to people and businesses. So I'm going to say, and that by those businesses, my business included, taking the steps to ensure the customer's safety. Mm-hmm. It goes back to, at that point, it goes back to whether or not you know if you have it or not. If you
Yeah.
know you got it, then you shouldn't be out. But if you're asymptomatic, then should you just be staying at home? So there's like a catch-22 to every side of it.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because if you are that concerned about it, if you are worried that you may either have it or you will contract the virus, if I was that worried about it, I wouldn't go out to do
Yeah.
non-essential business. But evidently, no one's worried about it.
No, again, because it goes back to us we haven't been hit that hard personally. So it's
Maybe
not
that's why.
a reality to us. It's that whole someone else mentality that,
Yeah, shop local till it's my turn.
Right, yeah. And it's like, oh, well, I don't know someone who knows someone who's done it. It's not going to happen to me. I think that's what the biggest part of it. It's like, okay, well, until, it actually affects a lot of people here, then we're not going to take it seriously. Because right now it's just someone telling us what to do. And we're like, you're not going to be my business.
Your business?
And so I think that's where we're at.
Well, but again, it's not, Lady A.
Here.
Not, well, if you go back to Albany, Georgia, where it was all broken out,
well,
right?
yeah, but I
where
mean
that
in
happened.
Manchester.
And again, you had a small town doctor who went through that, and he said, guys, if you would have told me 3 months ago that I would come home to my family and would be living in the garage, he said, I would have told you you're a nut and a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
But he said, here I am watching dead people that I can't help, and I am living in my garage, so I don't give it to my wife and children.
Yeah.
And that was a doctor in a small county in Georgia.
Yeah. And I think it was downplayed way too much early. Because everyone was, oh, it's fine, it's not that big a deal, like our government, and you're still going to cut off everyone's favorite shows to give us this national address, but say it's fine, it's not that bad. And then the next day it's that bad, or the next week when it's too late. Like, I think our warning, and again, we didn't know, none of us knew what to expect. Oh, wait, other countries have gone through the same thing before us. Anyway, I just don't think that we got warned hard enough, quick enough. Like, we were just waiting it out, thinking yet again, well, this isn't going to happen to us. It's not something that we have to take seriously because, whatever. And I think that's what made it worse. I mean, if we would have just done what some of these other countries did and just in complete and total lockdown at the very beginning, then it would have been fine. But we're like, nah, well, we're gonna do this, but then we're also gonna do 2 weeks later, maybe do it a little more, sternly, and it hasn't really helped.
Either shut it down or let it roll.
Yeah, all or nothing. It was an all or nothing kind of thing, or it should have been. And it's easy for us to say this now because we didn't know what the hell we were talking about 2 months or a month and a half ago, or even a week ago. We didn't know what we know now. So I know it's easy for me to say all of this, that, they should have done this because everybody is saying that now.
Oh, like I said a couple weeks ago, I would hate to be the one making that decision.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. And that's when
Absolutely.
we had no idea what to think about all of this. And now we hope we're on the end of it. We may not be.
Yeah. Quick poll. Tooth, you think schools will open in August?
Yes.
Eli?
August.
Yes.
Oh.
Bull?
Hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
I do too. I hope so.
I hope this is over in June.
I didn't think it was a hope so. Is it yes or no, wasn't it?
Well, I want to ride that fence.
I'm hoping it's over
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've always
I'm hoping
thought
it's
June.
the end of April.
Even
Well, they've already
with this
closed it for the
early
year,
March, I
so
still
it's
thought
not going to
June.
open tomorrow.
Oh, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm saying I hope
Next.
it's the
term.
1st of May.
Yeah.
When this order is over, that we can get back to normal. Some type of normalcy.
Yeah.
Bull, what's been your adaptation or recovery?
Sorry, we got way off.
No.
No, it's fine.
That's what the whole. I like the dialogue because it helps me. But my abadabba adaptation. Sorry, the echo in my headphones mess me up, and sometimes my mouth does. My adaptation has been awesome. I've got to play with my little girl every single day. Work from home. I do not like. I'm a constant reader and a consumer of content. So
Propaganda. Just
I
kidding,
can't.
boy.
I wish. You know what? I'm not like everybody else who believes the media is this. I believe that there's a lot of opinion stuff that you can stay away with. But I believe at the end of the day, our media is there to to share with us what's going on. And so I don't, because again, it's very easy to fact check any of these people after they say something. It's very easy. There's a plethora of resources. So when somebody says something on the talk box, you can go and review it. The one thing that has really, really been bothering me is that with all the growth, and even with the clients, that I work for, and to hear the growth and how they talk about it and how their businesses are doing so well, to just realize that we as a society, we could not fathom not being able to work for 3 weeks without going completely bankrupt. Mm-hmm. That's where the conspiracy theorist in me, and that's where the anger comes out of me. So I've been more angry about the fact that we cannot go 3 weeks of hanging out with our family and just going for walks and working on how to read with my daughter. And Tooth, I can't imagine what you're going through where your girls don't get to walk the line and have that last bit of the experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My little girl, she just misses graduating kindergarten.
That's still a big deal.
Well, guess what? She graduated because I'm an awesome at-home teacher. She graduated. Well done, Bull.
Good
That's
job,
what I'm saying.
Bull. Good job,
That's
Bull.
that's my silver lining. But I mean, that's it. It's just it's really been sad to me that we're still at a place to where 60 million Americans are broke right now, and 70% of the population can't go 2 months without having to wake up and go to work, and people are actually upset that they can't work 12-hour shifts in the nut making factory. I mean,
Don't take me years. They've been nowhere near that long.
There you go. I mean, you're obviously doing it wrong.
Well, thank you.
I can make nuts for 12 hours straight.
You obviously, sir, are a liar.
Oh,
How
whatever.
much Gatorade does that take? No.
We'll test.
So the
Gatorade
December
sandwiches.
challenge is on, Bull.
Yeah.
We'll test after the show.
He'll tap out first. What's your adaptation and recovery there, Lady A? You got there yet, or you?
I mean, I'm adapting. I've had to stop doing what I normally do and find other things to do. So,
How's that worked out for you?
I mean, actually, well, I got lucky, but I don't necessarily believe
No,
in
you didn't.
luck.
A shift happened.
And
and
I
you took-
adapted. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, an opportunity presented itself, and I guess I was just finally able to, have enough time to run with it.
Did that opportunity present itself, or was it always there? You just now had a chance to fully focus on it.
Yes, and yeah, that's what I meant. Like all this time got freed up because of, I wasn't able to do those things.
Yep.
So this opportunity based off of not luck, but things that I had put into place and, hard work and all of these things. Now I'm able to focus on that more. And then it just keeps opening up doors, which is really awesome. So, I'm helping people to adapt in this time now. So that's cool. And again, I'm all about silver linings. Yes, this sucks. I hate to sound too positive and optimistic about all of this that's going on because I don't want to sound insensitive to, all of the struggles that everyone's going through, but it might have created a better life for me. So just because, I didn't have anything else that I could do, and I found something else to do.
And you could focus on
what I really wanted to do with my life.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was kind of the reset that I needed. So, I mean, if a lot of other people would do that, then it might be okay. I mean, and not everyone can, and I get that. But
Well, no, I mean, what does the deists think? Like, if people, instead of going like, oh my gosh,
Like,
I
woe is
don't
me.
know what to do because I don't have to go clock in at the nut factory at 6:30. What else can I do with my life?
Yeah.
But they're not. They're just going,
Pivot.
oh no, I can't go. People, I mean, we cannot. That's a sheeple thing right there.
yeah.
I mean, we're
Sit-
creatures of habit, and we go, oh no, I can't do my habit.
Do your own thing.
Yeah. Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. I guess my adaptation and recovery is I'm having to adapt to our different business model that we have at work, because I'm just as tired as I am before this started when I go home from work as I was before, because retail's jumped because everybody's out of work. They're coming to spend their money on car parts.
So which is essential.
It is essential. Air fresheners are not. Brake pads are. Batteries are. And I'm grateful for the business. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like we talked about the other day. Let's play ball and get this over with so we can get back to normal. I got stuff to do. We all have stuff to do. Well, like Tooth was saying earlier about his didn't change. Well, mine doesn't change. I still go to the drive-throughs and get my lunch. I still go to the gas station in the morning to get my drinks and come home. Do what I can. I try to, when people come in and we have the X's on the floors, and I talked about it a couple episodes ago, and the counters taped off. When people start making fun of it, that's their opinion and everything, but what if there's somebody a couple counters down that knows someone who hasn't and is scared to death? So you're essentially making fun of that person for not believing in it or whatever, and it's kind of insensitive. So that kind of bothers me when people make light of the situation. It may be what you believe, but don't come in there like just a rolling
jerk.
Exactly.
Passing judgment on this coronavirus.
Mullet Mafia, Corona free. That's right. Zach Briggs, thank you. Appreciate that.
Travis, there are a lot of great comments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't get it's almost impossible to get to most of them.
I mean, my gosh, guys.
Doug Rorder, lots of jobs available now when things open back up. Got a part-time job now, and then of course the Mullet Mafia, Corona free. Thank you, B. That was kind.
Mullet
word.
Mafia.
Chris Robinson, interested to watch the shift in how businesses operate. Teleworking has been beneficial, so there will be no need for massive corporate rentals and lead to leaner operating costs, or we just go back to needlessly having people commute and punch in so they're monitored.
Oh, I know, honey. I could talk about that for hours.
Yeah,
because I have thought about that. Like, we have just proven how productive an employee can be at home, and they're having to work full-time and teach their kids and watch their kids and feed them and do all of that stuff. They're having to be, teachers and parents and employees all at the same time. Well, you take away that, that other part and just let them work from home and see how productive they are. Because I don't know about you. Yeah, sure, the TV might be on in the background or whatever. When I work from home, I'm always more productive. I mean, and your wife can attest. She does it too, and she feels more productive when she's at home than when she's in an office. Because not only do you have that underlying guilt of just being grateful that you're getting to work in your home, so you feel like you have to constantly work. So if you're like not working, you're on a break or whatever. But then you've got that other benefit of not having people come and interrupt you and just shoot the crap with you in your office or the water cooler or the coffee station. So you're automatically more productive at home, I feel.
I'm with Sean Jones. Go ahead, Travis.
No, that's a great one to highlight.
Hopefully it will make people appreciate what they took for granted.
Yes.
Amen, brother.
Yep.
Good catch there,
Thank
too.
you, Travis. Thank you.
Sir.
I'll appreciate the release of, my life has not changed considerably other than not being able to hang out with my friends in a group setting.
Right.
So I think I will definitely appreciate that when that time comes.
Oh,
Dude, I'm doing a keg stand.
I promise you.
Oh, me too. I want to do one.
One Dupree says, at what point will we realize that the stock market is not our measure of our economic health?
Yeah.
I'd like to invite those with Amazon Prime to watch America in Color. Great series on American history. Well, different viewpoint. That's maybe something we need to check out.
I have to say, because of my ignorance, and by definition, if anybody wants to look the definition of ignorance up, but because of my ignorance of all of that, I would have to say that that's always been my philosophy. I've never, the stock market hasn't, all right, we had the economic crash that we had in 2008?
8.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm just going to tell y'all, my life didn't change then.
Luckily, mine didn't either.
I'm just going to be honest. If
And I was
anything, during that time, if
kid coming out
anything,
of
I
college.
progressed and made more money at some stages of those years than I ever did before. So,
Likewise.
And the stock market had nothing to do with my day-to-day life.
Right.
Now, that being said, these people in the world who aren't paycheck to paycheck people who have got money and investments and all this, I can get where that happens.
Right, yeah.
The people that were in the housing market, I understand
Yeah.
completely. I'm just saying my life never changed. The gas got more expensive. I still had to put gas in the car. You know what I'm saying? We still found a way.
Yeah.
So
at $5 a gallon.
I've
or
never
whatever,
let
yeah.
the stock market affect whether or not I thought our economy was good or bad.
Bull's uncle worked at GM, went bankrupt, lost everything he had. It didn't affect you personally, so you didn't. Just like we were talking about the virus,
Yep.
it's not
Right,
affected
yep.
us
Yes.
personally. So maybe we are a little callous to that.
Yeah. BE says party at the studio for all the EJS fans after all this is over. Absolutely.
Shoot,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Hell, let's just do it Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just have a Saturday show that week.
We got a big field. We can all stand 6 foot apart.
That's
Oh, yeah.
right, man.
Oh,
All right,
you mean this Saturday?
Real quick before
Yes,
we
this
get
Saturday.
to the music of the week, lunchtime theater, and the Wandering Localista, Brett Parson want to know two thoughts on the vaccine. What's your just real quick? What's your thoughts on the vaccine? Your opinion on it?
I'm an absolute supporter of vaccinations. I feel like vaccinations have helped mankind throughout history.
Absolutely.
So if we have one or are developing one, if we're not developing one, then we should be. And if we are developing one, then we need to quit beating around the bush and let's get some testing done and make sure what we've got to get done.
Pitter patter.
Patter, let's get at her. I'm right there with that.
Yeah,
But I'm 100%. If we have one and we find one that works and that's acceptable and we can get FDA approval, then we need to. I mean, pretty much like the flu shot. It needs to be like the flu shot, and let's just put a stop to this like we did polio.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about this dais, but I'll take a little partial temporary blindness and some diarrhea for a week or two.
Yeah,
to give
some
something to go.
anal
You have
secretion.
that normally.
Anal secretion.
Can I
Yeah.
just do
I'm over
something
40,
that-
so that's going to happen anyway.
Just a Fisher.
I want one of the side effects to lose these 15 pounds I've got. So I will take it. I'll take it.
Chances are you're going to get the side effect where you gain 15 pounds.
I know, and that sucks. I don't need to gain another 15. Oof.
Big Al says he thinks treatment is there, but not a vaccine. Tooth, what do you think?
I think
go ahead.
I think Big Al's probably right. But Eli, what do you think about?
Yeah, I'm with Big Al on that.
About the vaccine.
I personally don't take a flu shot, and I've been very fortunate to not have had the flu up until this last year, which the first I thought I had it twice. The first time I was sick, they didn't have any flu tests, so they couldn't confirm that. The second time that I was sick, I had flu A. So who knows? But this is the first time in 20 years that I've been sick. So I feel that, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get over it. I'll build up my immunity to it, and we'll go on from there.
Well, I mean, and last year it was a very nasty flu strain that was going around.
I was very, very sick. I have
it
not been that sick in
sucked.
forever, and I don't know if anybody is familiar with this, but they say that when a woman goes through childbirth, that she knows what it's like for a man to have a cold.
I have heard that.
Heard that.
Yeah.
And I mean, mad props to the men who get the flu. Like, I wish that there was a man flu epidural.
We deserve
Y'all,
one.
I think so.
We deserve it. I mean, you guys get an epidural when you're pooping a baby. so-
Pooping. Yeah,
birthing a baby. excuse me.
all of your
I misspoke.
organs and bones
You know
move
what?
around. But yeah.
That is a great perspective, Eli.
I'm just saying. It's fact. It's medical fact.
It sounds like
When
it.
a man has a cold, it's pretty much the exact same thing
As childbirth.
as childbirth.
Well,
I saw a meme. On
Mad
it. It's gotta
I
be
did see a
true.
meme. It's
I
got to
saw a
be
meme.
fact.
exactly. Yeah.
So if you see
Facebook
it on
means
Facebook
facts.
memes,
Yeah.
it's factual.
Yeah.
It's actual and factual.
That is very true.
Well, and plus, I can
What-
only assume.
what say
since-
you, Bull?
Go ahead. About the, well, I mean,
About
it's
the
obvious,
vaccine.
based upon the cycle of what Eli was experiencing, it sounds, I'm sure you had like mood shifts and
He had morning
changes and
sickness
all
Morning
that.
sickness.
and evening sickness.
Morning sickness, evening sickness,
All of
Afternoon
the whole thing.
sickness.
He did not have a pickle craving though.
No,
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 no
Wait,
pickle.
you said cycle. Did he have menstrual cycle?
Well,
No, I had the
Could
flu.
Elaborate one more time for him, Eli.
I was just
heard
saying that when a man has a cold, it's much like a woman going through childbirth.
Not me. I'm tough.
But what was your opinion on the vaccine, Bull?
I'd like to hear this.
My opinion on the vaccine? Oh, bring it on. I mean, I am. Patton Oswalt once said it best. He said, all of these idiots who. Patton Oswalt is a comedian.
Oswalt. Right? Is it T?
It is a T.
It's with a T.
So Patton Oswalt once made a statement like, all these people who want to have a natural at-home birth, he said, nope, not my child and not my wife and not me. I want the most advanced thing that you can have. Give me all the medicine because look at the Oregon Trail. You would start off on the East Coast. By the time you got halfway through, then your husband, the wife's husband would die. She would marry the stagecoach driver. They would have 3 kids, and they were a whole different family by the time they got to California.
I thought they were going to Oregon.
Huh? There wasn't gold in Oregon. It was in California.
What's it called? The Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
I'm with you, Eli.
I was in resource class. We didn't have, or we never made it to
California
Oregon. They sent us to California.
I always died of dysentery.
Travis always died of dysentery.
Lady A, what's your thoughts on vaccine?
You can't be dysentery.
I'll give it to me.
Terry.
I mean, I don't take the flu shot. I never have.
Oh, yes, you do.
But if there's a vaccine for this that's scaring everybody and it's popular, why not? I'll just take it. I don't care. I mean, especially if it's free under my insurance, then I'll do it. I'm not crunchy. Whatever. I don't know. Or not. You know, whatever.
All right, enough doom and gloom.
Well, my thought on a vaccine, I think they need to hurry the heck up. It'll be ready in a year. Really?
Quit standing on
Really?
ceremony, guys.
Right.
Let's get this on.
Seriously, a year? Come on, man. I know you got to do trials and you got to do this because this person has this person has that, blah, blah, blah. Hurry up, get it done. Let's go.
Someone said earlier, we can't quarantine for 18 months.
No, yeah, Kim said that.
Kim said it. Glory be to Kim. We can't. And I mentioned this, you know, the young man I work with whose wife is a hairstylist. They recommended that non-essential businesses shut down. Her salon shut down, okay? 2 weeks. Order comes out, 2 more weeks.
Eli, I think you're talking to the microphone.
Extended that 2 more weeks. This young lady's been out of work for 6 weeks. This is a young family. You know, the servers that are out there. And I get it. I understand. But why not the people who are at high risk stay at home and let the rest of us get on with it? I mean, you know, it's crushing these young families. And I just don't get it. I do get it. I understand the...
You know what, Eli?
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Can I just one time? So there was an elected official in Texas who said nobody asked me as a senior citizen if I was willing to get out and die for the economy. That was the wrong way to word it. Okay, the way to you worded it so eloquently. If that representative in Texas had not said, "Hey, let the old people get out there, and if we die, we die, so the economy can go." If they'd have said, you know what, no, let the people who could handle the symptoms and make it through it go out, and if you are at high risk, stay home. Talk to your doctor to determine whether or not you're high risk. That is that's a reasonable statement.
That's not me. That's someone else. I heard someone else say that, and I thought that makes a lot of sense, and it really does, because there are families out there that. And someone posted earlier about the economic impact will probably take more lives. You think about small business owners and stuff like that, people that can't provide for their families.
Yep.
Are there suicides happening because
depression commercials have gone up?
You're losing your family, you're losing your business, you're losing your home. Not to mention the tornado victims that don't have a home, that maybe were small business owners that now can't do anything to provide to get back to some type of livelihood.
Or
let's
work
be
on
honest.
rebuilding.
That's can't what I'm saying. They can't because they can't work to provide money to rebuild their homes.
Yeah.
Well, but let's be honest.
Some insurances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to that.
Be honest. How happy are you if you got a business and if 3 weeks will completely crush you and make you want to kill yourself, I think you need a reevaluation in general.
Okay, well, this young lady that cuts hair has been out of work for 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's a long
That's
time.
2 months.
For no money.
Can you go without working for 2 months and
Why
be
has she been
okay?
out for 8 weeks? The country's only been shut down since March.
Negative. He suggested that non-essential businesses close
Early March.
early March. They shut down 2 weeks.
Yep.
The order came out 2 weeks. It's been extended 2 more weeks. Okay, so right now we're at 6. All right.
Yep.
This
2
is
more.
probably going to
It'll be
continue
8.
for 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's going to be out of work for 2 months, more than likely, and I'm guessing on this, but 2 months out of work—that's a long time for a young
Absolutely.
family
Yes.
to be
Well, I mean,
without
there's
half of their income.
There's a $10,000 forgivable loan that's there, and
Which
there
is almost depleted by the way.
Yeah, it's almost gone.
Yep.
But once again, they're bringing it back into the fold because that is sort of the whole point of it all.
This happened today. Today,
last night.
it's almost out of money.
Yeah.
And that's why they're going back to go for another round. And that's just sort of
That must have just happened like
last
the
night.
show.
they've been debating.
Yeah.
They can't come to agreements on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
imagine
they've been
that.
talking about a second round of a stimulus
Oh, 100%.
The
since
SBA.
they started the first round.
The
They
small
knew
business
the first
loan.
one wasn't going to
Yeah.
be enough.
Right, and you
They knew it
take
wasn't.
someone like me, and I got a pretty good job, dude. I can't miss a check.
Yeah.
I'm done if I miss a check. I'm
Yeah.
done. We're
And-
doing this show for somewhere else.
And I've missed checks. But, whatever.
Yeah. So,
All I know is you can get a really good look at a T-bone steak by sticking your head up a bull's butt, but I'd
But
rather take the butcher's word for it.
My man.
And I'd like to give a shout out. I didn't realize that
Rest in-
Brian Dennehy passed away yesterday, so
rest in peace. 81 years old.
it's a fruitful life.
All I know is that Roar Daddy agrees with me.
Roar Daddy does.
And pretty much, Governor Lee, if you're listening,
Yeah.
He probably is.
he probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us get back to work. Let's let the vulnerable stay at home, and let's let everybody else get back to going and having a big beer at Lost 3
Come on.
or Mayan House,
wanna-
either one.
Right now, I just want to make all the money and then spend it all.
That's right.
I can't wait to stimulate this economy.
Yes.
Can't
But
wait.
I need something to stimulate it with.
That's a good point, Big Al. We don't know, man. No idea on that one. Let's change speeds here. Music of the week. What we got, Tooth?
Man, I'm going to throw out 2 things: an oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
I've been jamming out to some Corn.
Oh, yeah?
I
With a
listen-
K?
Yeah, with a K.
what song?
Man, I've been jamming out to the first album actually, but if I'm gonna spit out a song, today was Shoots and Ladders.
That's a good
Today
one.
was a Shoots and Ladders kind of day,
Like the game.
much like the game, much like the game.
That's a killer song.
Then as far as the new stuff, Sundress. Did I use this already? By Zoo Culture.
Last
No.
week.
Did I send that to you?
Last week.
that sounds
Grow
familiar.
Back, the Happy Fits. It's more just of a modern progressive kind of. It's even got a bluesy tone to it, but it's more modern progressive.
Okay. We'll check that out. Grow Back.
Yep,
Happy Fits.
Happy Fits.
And then a little throwback, Corn, Shoots and Ladders. That's a killer song.
I mean, I love some old corn.
I love Corn.
Yeah.
Yep,
I like
that's
corn.
gonna be on my.
I like sweet corn.
That's gonna be on my albums.
I like corn pudding.
I know.
I love
I like
cream.
cornmeal.
Sweet
Huh.
cream corn. Oh, sweet cream corn is great.
Eli, lunchtime theater.
I watched a documentary on Dean Dillon.
Dean Dillon.
Dean Dillon. It's on Amazon. He's a songwriter. Wrote a lot of George Strait songs, and he's a very good storyteller. And a lot of the documentary is him up on stage telling this story and telling how these songs came about. So if you get a chance and you like country music, it's something to check out. It's good. I thought.
All right.
Dean Dillon. I'll write that down.
Check it out. Dean Dillon.
What's it? What platform is it on, sir?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon?
Yeah,
All right.
Fire
I
stick.
missed that part. I was replying.
that's okay. Kim said corn is great dinner music, and that is because tonight when I got home, she was listening to something, and I was like, "What is this?" So I changed it to corn. And
Kern?
We were listening to Shoots and Ladders.
It's not a romantic.
Depends on what side of the room you're sitting on.
Wandering Localista, what you got?
So, I have started with the downtown Manchester movement. I think I probably brought this up a little bit last week, but it's kind of in full force now. We did a video, on the page and everything. The legit
Your coming out
announcement.
party.
My coming out party. It happened since the last show, so that's what I want to announce. Right now, we're just focusing on the businesses that are open, but in alternative ways. So we've got online shops, we've got curbside pickup, delivery even. Some of the, like Jehovah Java and the Mercantile are doing, limited delivery, which is really awesome. So just trying to highlight all of those businesses. A lot of them that don't have their websites or that don't have where you can shop online, they're doing live videos. So, go look at their Facebook page to see the products that they have in store, and then just message them or call them with your order and place it.
Period.
And, they'll do a porch, they'll put it out on the front porch and you can come and get it. No contact pickup, curbside, all of those things. So that's, that was not the vision for the downtown Manchester movement whenever I first started to think about, this opportunity, but that's where we are now. So that's what we're focusing on right now. So it's the Facebook page is Downtown Manchester Movement. If you're not following it or liking it yet, please go do that. We are going to do lives, and eventually, whenever all of this lifts, we're going to do events on the square, and all of these fun things. But until then, we are just trying to get all of the information out, most updated and accurate information as to how you can still support all of these small businesses, because they're small businesses and they need your support. So there we go.
Logan Ely said he picked up his adult juice box from Harvest yesterday.
Yay! The adult juice boxes are awesome, and they are so fun. And very cute. And yeah, it's 32 and 64 ounces. They don't look like it when you compare it to a growler, but it's still the same amount of liquid.
It's just not. It's like me. It's like short and squatty and a whole lot of body.
Yeah, they're cute and bubbly.
Yeah. I'm cute and bubbly. Look at me. Well, you're not wrong. So my rant this week, it's got to do with the Rona. I seen this the other day. It made me chuckle. We're talking about conspiracy theories earlier. And these people are saying that the coronavirus and the stay-at-home initiatives are a way to adapt us to socialism, adapt us to communism, for us to stay home. You're an idiot. That is dumb. That is no way, shape, form, or fashion anything. Do you think that they would put this many people out of work and have the economy take a dump like it is right now just to do a trial run on something? You're a moron. That's not happening. Do you think they would cancel all these movies and all these events and all these concerts that are money making that have all these taxes come in? You're an idiot. It's not happening. Yes, sir.
If anything, it proves that it's not going to work because people aren't going to do it.
They're not. It is not. And that is like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Travis, would you please back up from the mic and yell, "You're an idiot"? One.
You're an idiot!
I heard that all the way over here.
See.
To people in cheap seats?
Yeah.
Can you get those?
Oh, they got them.
Did you say sheep seats?
Cheap.
Sheep seats.
That is almost as dumb as people saying that Carol Baskin did not kill her husband. All y'all in the same group, y'all are all idiots. It's ridiculous. I'm
Jeff Lowe is Carol Baskin's husband.
Man, I'm on now. I'm researching that one. It's those pictures line up.
They do line up.
They do line up, man.
It's like Andrew Jackson was Rambo.
Yeah.
How's a savage go? Carol Baskin.
That's right.
Killed him.
Carol Baskins. You got to put the S's in because she didn't have an S in the end.
Carol Baskin.
What can I say? Woman's obsessed with me.
She's obsessed with me.
Obsessed with me. That's right. So that's it, man. You're idiots if you think that's what it is. Stop it.
Idiots.
Knock it off. That's what happens when you drink White Claw.
There's no law when you're on the claw.
None. So, anyway, gentlemen, lady, anything else to add on this Culture Shock episode?
Miss y'all.
Tooth?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, sir.
Travis, I really appreciate you having me on tonight. This was an excellent time. It's just really nice just to be in the same room with you. And
It really is.
I can't wait to do it again.
Woo! Boy, howdy. Eli Kidder.
What he said.
Ditto. Well,
What up, yo?
thank you, sir. Appreciate you doing what you do.
Man, yeah, real quick, ask the people, take a poll, not like a poll Tooth would take, but take a poll and ask people what game they would like you to play real quick. Ask them.
Yeah.
Racing or logging?
You want to watch me drag logs across a muddy field or play some NASCAR?
Ooh, can I vote?
Yeah.
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
The
NASCAR.
whole seat, well, all you need's
They
eggs.
charge you for that whole seat.
And it ain't just any NASCAR. He's going to start a career. He's going to start from dirt and walk his way all the way up.
Huh? Which way's he gonna go?
Right yonder.
There, boy.
Right yonder.
Right yonder. Turn left, boy.
Which way's he going, Eli?
Right yonder.
Oh, and you pointed outside the screen.
Thank you,
If
Mitchell.
anyone has been
Thank
to a
you, Wesley.
NASCAR
Let's
race,
They've seen the guy.
they've seen the guy at the NASCAR tell him which way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy is Atlanta 1991. He's sitting in front of me, and
Fastest track in NASCAR.
every time Big E would come around, he'd point him in this direction like he had an option.
That's all right.
It's a noble track.
There's 10,000 of them at every NASCAR race. They're going to show them.
Well,
They're going to
sitting
show those drivers which way to go.
12, 13 years old, looking like, golly, I hope I drink that much when I get that age.
I caught myself doing it. I caught myself doing it. I'm not going to lie.
Well, he would summon him
Come on.
like this right here.
Come on,
Oh, he'd squeeze him. Come on.
Yeah. That's right.
328 laps was what at the old Atlanta before they reconfigured. 328
way.
laps. This man did it the entire time.
He had tennis elbow when it was over.
God, I did. I was watching him.
He had Tennessee blow just by watching.
Son, he hobbled out of there. He was sober.
Yeah.
Lady A.
NASCAR,
Yeah.
baby.
Thanks for being
Fastest
here.
track in
Thank
NASCAR.
you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm ready to get my hair and nails did.
Girl, I got
I'd like to end on that.
I can get this mullet done.
Yeah. Oof, Lord.
That's right. Corona free. All right, appreciate it, guys.
I holla.